Marcus was known for his kindness. If there was a neighbor in need, Marcus was there. If a friend couldn't pay their bills, Marcus found a way to help. He donated to orphanages, gave to the poor and needy in his community, always gave in church, and often said, "If you can help someone, you should." People admired him, and some even joked, "If anyone's going to heaven, it's Marcus." But what no one knew was that Marcus had a few habits he kept hidden, things he called little sins. He told lies to cover up his flaws sometimes. He'd flirt with women, even though he was in a committed relationship. No one's perfect, Marcus reasoned. Besides, my good outweighs the bad. God knows I'm a good person. One evening, Marcus stopped by his friend James's house. James was one of those serious Christians, always talking about Jesus. Marcus respected him, but he never took his spiritual talk too seriously. That night, as they chatted over coffee, James leaned forward and said, "Marcus, you're a great guy. But have you ever thought about your relationship with God?" Marcus chuckled. "I'm fine," he said. "I do enough good. God's got to see that." James gave a knowing smile. But salvation isn't about good deeds. Jesus said, "I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father, but by me." John 14, verse 6. It's not about what we do. It's about knowing him. Marcus shook his head. "I think I'll be fine." That night, as Marcus lay in bed, James's words lingered in his mind. What if he's right? Marcus pushed the thought away and drifted into sleep. Then the dream came. Marcus found himself in a vast field. In the distance stood a towering golden gate, glowing brilliantly. People were walking toward it, some alone, some in groups, and they were welcomed inside. Confidently, Marcus began walking forward. He felt sure he belonged there. But as he approached the gate, a powerful voice called out, "Stop!" A figure clothed in radiant white appeared, his presence both peaceful and commanding. "Why should you enter?" the figure asked. Marcus smiled proudly. "Because I've done good things. I've helped people, given to the poor, treated others kindly." The figure's eyes seemed to pierce right through him. "Have you accepted my son?" Marcus faltered. I've done my best," he stammered. The figure's expression turned sorrowful. He gestured toward a large book resting nearby. "Look," he said. Marcus stepped forward and scanned the pages. Row after row of names filled the book. He frantically searched for his own, but his name wasn't there. Panic surged through him. "Wait!" Marcus cried. "There must be a mistake. I've done so much good." The voice answered, calm yet firm. "Your good deeds cannot erase sin. Only the blood of my son can do that." Marcus woke with a start, his heart pounding in his chest. Sweat beaded on his forehead. He couldn't shake the fear gripping him. The next morning, Marcus drove straight to James's house. "I had this dream," Marcus began, his voice shaky. He described every detail and the gate, the figure, the missing name. "Do you think it means something?" James listened carefully. "I believe God is speaking to you," he said softly. "Marcus, none of us can be good enough on our own. The Bible says, 'For by grace are ye saved through faith,' and that not of yourselves, it is the gift of God, not of works, lest any man should boast." Ephesians 2, verse 8-9. "Your kindness is wonderful, but it can't cleanse you from sin," James continued. "Only Jesus can do that." Tears welled in Marcus's eyes. "But I don't know how to fix this." "You don't have to fix yourself," James said. "You just have to come to Jesus as you are." Right there in James's living room, Marcus knelt down. His voice broke as he whispered, "Lord, I know I've tried to rely on my good deeds, but I see now that I need you. Forgive me for my sins, even the ones I called little. I believe Jesus died for me and rose again. Please come into my life and change me." As he finished praying, a sense of peace flooded his heart, not because of what he had done, but because of what Jesus had already done for him. From that day forward, Marcus's life looked different. He still cared for the needy, still showed kindness, but now his good works flowed from a heart transformed by grace, not from a desire to earn salvation. Good deeds are wonderful, but they can't erase sin. Only Jesus can wash us clean. True salvation isn't found in what we do, but in surrendering our lives to Him. Will you trust Him today? Not by works of righteousness which we have done, but according to His mercy, He saved us. Titus 3 verse 5.